What's up, boys? Today we're going to very briefly go over Developer Notes 13. I'm just going to summarize everything. If you guys want to read exactly what the developer's notes said, you are more than welcome to pause it and read it for yourself. However, I'm just going to give a brief summary and keep pushing. So, first things first, we're going to go over this Star Trace Crystalloid issue. There was a small bug where people who were already P10 on a character and were getting their mastery up were able to get Star Trace Crystalloids a little earlier than everybody else. That was unintended. It was only supposed to come in patch 1.5, but for that Tuesday, it actually came a little bit early. So if you did get those Star Trace Crystalloids at that time, those are going to be deducted from your account. However, they will be given back to you retroactively because this was an intended feature. They just didn't want to give it to you so soon. Also, on top of that, we are going to be getting Star Trace Crystalloids whenever we get the 120 loyalty draws on a banner. And as compensation for the retroactive mishap, we are going to be getting 1,000 star fragments. So, W. Next is the boss challenge and dungeon content revamps. So they are going to be taking Frozen Mines and Deep Spider Nest off of the dungeon pool and turning them into raids. In the meantime, all of their loot is going to be added to the boss challenge section. They said that they are going to be giving us more rewards than usual for the inconvenience of them moving it from the dungeon tab to the boss challenge tab. Not only that, they are also going to be trying to make them much more diverse, as right now, especially Frozen Mines, is basically just a boss challenge. You load in, you kill the boss, you leave. So they're going to be making dungeons much more different than boss challenges because right now, they said that they're just not too different enough, which I agree. For the growth system revamps, we are now going to be able to wear engraved equipment and armor simultaneously. So now we'll be able to actually get some of the set 5, set 7 bonuses that are previously unobtainable simply because we're usually wearing our engraved equipment and we can only wear the 3 ring slots or the necklace, the earrings, and the ring. Because of this, that we're going to be able to wear them simultaneously, they are going to be reducing some of the substats on a lot of the gear, just so that a lot of the synergies can't be too strong. Next, from the armor in our crafting bench, the maximum is going to be increased. However, it is going to be very similar to how gear is acquired, right? So whenever we make a gear in our crafting bench, it is going to be random, the item level of the gear that we get. So the maximum that it used to be is now going to be the minimum, while the new maximum is going to be any of these here. So these are going to be the new minimums and new maximums for all of the gear in the workbench. On top of this, the Gluttonous weapons are all going to be buffed. They are all going to get new substats, and all those substats are going to be these right here. So Longsword is getting attack, Axe is getting crit damage, Sword and Shield is getting ultimate move damage, and Rapier is going to be getting wind burst efficiency. For the growth difficulty adjustment section, this is simply them saying that mastery tokens and stuff like that from elite bosses are going to be completely free. They're going to cost no keys, as well as SSR magic crystal shards are going to be able to be craftable now, and they're going to use SR magic crystal shards as their material. New weekly content is going to be coming out. They're going to be in the form of raids, so Frozen Mines and Spider Nest, as they mentioned earlier. And these are going to be weekly capped, so you can only run them twice a week, and you're going to get 1,000 star fragments every single week. Daisy's potential is going to be fixed in this update, so her P6 is now going to be landing a normal attack or ultimate move, decreases the enemy's crit defense by 15% for 20 seconds. So if you have a P6 Daisy, this is going to be her new P6. As well as we're going to be getting a new Daisy rerun because of how good she is on every single team. They're going to be rerunning her this early, which is a massive improvement for all of the players in the game, and I really like this. Lastly, in the time attack ranking preseason, all they mention is that they don't really like the way that in Sector 3 and Sector 4, a lot of the speedrunners are essentially getting all their ultimates and using them before the fight even starts, and then starting the fight with their ultimate. They said that they don't really like that, and they're going to do something about it in the future, but as of right now, they're not going to touch it. And that's it, guys. That's everything you need to know for Developer Notes 13.